So we are taught evolution in school that we ultimately came from chimpanzees, and chimpanzees came from a smaller animal, and the smaller animal came from bacteria or one-celled organism, right? And then where did this one-cell organism come from? Well, people say from water and dirt. Now, if you have a real mind, you have to think, oh, I should evolve, I should change myself, and it has to have a capability and an ability to change its body format according to its will. Now, does water and dirt alone have this? And so you have to think carefully what you're listening to. You really have to believe and have faith. Somehow, from water and dirt, a living being came to exist by itself. You really have to believe this. And so you're taught this, and people just blindly believe, oh yeah, we came from chimpanzee, yeah, no problem believing that. But when you come all the way to the bottom of it, do you really just believe this water is really alive and has a life on its own, have thoughts on its own, without a brain, without anything to back it up? Well, people believe it. So, and then another question arises, then how did man and woman came to be? Huh? Or male and female had to come out somewhere, right? So this germ, like I say, let's say it really did evolve, and then this bacteria start thinking, I need to divide myself, and I need to make myself totally separate from a being. I need to make a new being out of myself. So I'm going to cut off some part of my body and then make it into a woman. And I'm going to make all the woman parts to have an egg, to have sexual organs, to have whatever thing. And then I'm gonna give it a new mind on its own, a new mind, an artificial intelligence or an intelligence. So you have to design all this within yourself, and then I'm gonna program it to have a baby, because we like to multiply and procreate. For what purpose? I don't know. That's what, you have to believe. You have to believe it, that it just happened all by itself. And do you really believe this? Now, Bible is clear that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So if there's time limit, it's very scientific. There's time, space, and matter, earth. Okay, earth. That God created the heavens and the earth. So the heavens is space, and we know space and earth and time. It all existed at the same time. Okay, God created it all, and He created male and female, and all things He created to bear seeds, trees to bear seeds. So it didn't just, oh, I want to bear seeds all of a sudden. Okay? God programmed it such a way. Now we can find this program in a complex thing called DNA. DNA is about 3 billion letters long for humans, and for other animals it's longer sometimes. So this 3 billion letter long code, for you say, it's ACG, it's a code. It's like a whole book of life. People call it a book of life because it has all the programs for your eyes, ears, nose, and your whole body, your whole mind, everything. Your history, everything is in it. And it's 3 billion letters long. That's about 10,000 Bible books. Okay, this is the length of 10,000 Bible books you're talking about. Now, this long code is then copied and replicated in 1 hour. That means you have to copy 8 million codes per second. You're talking about jet speed, super fast copying process, because the cell divides in every 1 hour, and bacteria is even faster. Okay, so they have a jet speed engine. If you look at the DNA replication videos, this jet speed, super fast process that all these micro machines just working on itself like a factory style to replicate this perfectly without an error. Because if you have an error, then you either get a cancer or some malfunctioning thing. And they said perfectly copied and divided, and this whole process is way more complex than what you can even design on your own right now for this technology. You cannot do the same thing anymore. That's how complex a tiny cell is. And you're telling me this came by an accident? How can you believe that, right? Well, don't believe a lie. Now people say, well we're really 90% same with 99% same with chimpanzee. Oh, is that true? Now I'll tell you how they calculate. So chimpanzee maybe it's about 5 billion letter length DNA. Okay, the length is different, and ours is 3 billion. So the difference here, you're talking about 2 billion letters of code, about 2 billion letters of code. That is different. How can you say it's 99% same? The length already is 40% difference. So that's already just minus 30 to 40% out. And then you have to compare with what's remaining. So that's how the scientists do. They cut away 2 billion codes. They said, this is just junk code. Who said that's junk code? Well, the scientists. How do they know? They don't know. They just tell you it's junk code because they just want to calculate and just get some number. So so they cut away these 2 billion letter length of the chimpanzee and then compare this 3 billion with 3 billion. Now when they compare this, of course, nothing is matching. So what they call is indel, insert and delete. They just insert and delete randomly just to match what seems similar. So they insert, delete. And then they say, oh, well, it's 99% or we're 97% similar to chimpanzee. You see? It's a total lie. It's a total disgusting thing to science that they're totally lying. Say, after all the uncertainties, it's basically telling you the book of Bible and a dictionary, which seems similar size, right? They say, well, they have similar words in there like the, is, at, God. So when we compare these two, they have a bunch of letters that are same, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, they're all same. So they're about 90% same. Is that really true? It's a total different book. It's a total different meaning. And they just claim it is same. So that's what you believe. And they say that's science. That's not science, guys. That's monkey business, literally. Literally monkey business. And you really have to believe it. Now, what about the dinosaurs? Oh, the dinosaurs actually existed with men, and there's so much proof of it. Like there's Inca stones, there's people recording of these dragon creatures. They called it dragons. They didn't have the word dinosaur until 1900, so they didn't have this word dinosaur. So many stories have big dinosaur-like creatures. Even in the Bible, there's this dinosaur-like creature called behemoth, which tail is a size of a tall tree, cedar tree. Okay, so you're talking about like a brontosaurus, kind of big dinosaur we're talking about. Okay, and there's Leviathan and things like that. And it's all over the stories of fairy tales and all kind of folk tales. And it's in these stones and artifacts that people have made over time, and they have accurate description, accurate look of a dinosaur. And people are writing on it, and they're moreover their footprints, and even in the early American, they have many pictures of these flying dinosaurs. And like I said, and now we have cameras and things like that. So people all over the world somehow capture these dinosaurs. And what happened to all these dinosaurs? Well, they were hunted, just like tigers and lions. They were hunted all the time because, hey, it's very dangerous to have them around. They'll kill your kids, and they'll kill you even. So just like tigers became extinct in many countries, okay, all over, they used to exist all over the place, but people killed them because they're dangerous animals, like bears and tigers. They always killed them, and they don't exist, and now they only exist in very few countries, as you know. So just like that, they were hunted down and killed. And sometimes, we hear about, in these lakes, there are some dinosaur, there are dinosaur sightings, or these monster sightings, in Congo or something like Africa, or somewhere there is these huge big dinosaurs. Sometimes the natives know it, and they say this is a dinosaur and things like that. And there are also so many other animals that haven't changed at all and never evolved in any way. And so are these coelacanth fish, and so are these it's supposed to be 360 million year old fish, and they found it alive. And they find all these old animals still alive. Now you have to think, what happened to these animals? Didn't they evolve? And after 360 million years later, they haven't even changed one bit. What happened to this evolution theory? It didn't happen. You see? Nothing changed. Maybe their skin color changed, okay? But their bones didn't change. Their identity as a fish didn't become a lizard over time. And so are these all kinds of things, okay? They say, well, what about the Archaeopteryx? Archaeopteryx have teeth and has claws. And this Archaeopteryx bird must be a connection between a bird and a dinosaur. The dinosaurs are jumping around, developing wings, and things like that. Well, Archaeopteryx is the size of 1 meter. The whole length is actually just a bird. And a lot of birds have claws, okay? A lot of birds have teeth, okay? It's just a bird. It's just a flying bird, you know? And there's this called missing theory against evolution, missing link theory, which a rat, in order to become a bat, you need to slowly develop wings and things like that, and has to have millions of bones that back up this theory. But there's no such bones. There's just a rat. There's millions of billions of rat bones, and there's millions of billions of, you know, of bat bones, but there's no such in-between links. And this missing link, and obviously it's never going to be found because there's no such thing. And what do you call those well, they're these Neanderthal bones? You mean scraps of bones that like a tiny piece that say, oh, this is a Neanderthal bone. Oh, we have a leg bone. Oh, this is a Neanderthal bone. Are you serious? That's what you call proof. That's what they call proof. Oh, well, we have Lucy. It's just a chimpanzee with some literally broken bones. How do you identify? And they just make false drawings that looks like a chimp. You can make it with your own bones and make you look like a chimp if you wanted to. You could just add some more skin, add some more wrinkles, add some more whatever features, because the bone doesn't have any ears or eyes or whatever. You can just add it up if you wanted to. And so that's what people do. And that's what people want to back it up. It's a myth, guys. Wake up, guys, and really believe there is. I'm telling you, it's a good news that there's heaven and hell, because I got to see heaven and hell. And I cannot lie as a Christian. I'm not allowed to lie. Okay, and I got to see heaven and hell because I really sought God with all my heart, and I really spent long time in praying and seeking God, and I have found God, and I really saw those things. And it's a good news that when you die, that your body may die, but your spirit, your mind, your heart, your spirit is alive. It's like electricity. Okay, it's like, you know, your computer, it can turn on by electricity because it turns on with electricity. Your spirit is such like that. It's an electric thing that is within you, that when your body dies, but this electric thing is an energy for it, never dies. And then you either belong to God or you don't belong to God. So which is, God's gonna tell you, well, you don't belong to me, you go to the other side. But if you belong to me, you go into this heaven where I saw it's a golden, bright shining place with literally like the glory of God is coming down in such a manner that it was just unbelievably awesome place. Okay, and then there are many people who also experience the after death, near death experience. Check them out, and know that your life doesn't end at age 80. Okay, it actually continues on, but where you go after that is very, very important. So you really need an insurance, a life insurance, and that's what I call Christianity. It's your true insurance. And I found God, and He can set from all your problems. He can set you free. Okay, so just believe and follow as you have believed some evolution. Now is the time to believe the truth. May God bless you.